Hello everyone, my name is Uthris and welcome back to another episode of Medieval Engineers where we're working on Bridgehaven here. We are in the, not commercial district, the residential district at this point. And off camera, I have been working on some homes and some flats. So this is kind of what we're going for most of the city along the main pathways. At least in long straight stretches, we're going to have these row houses that kind of jut up, and generally they're stone front, first floor, half stone front, second floor, and then the rest will be timber and plaster. And we get a little bit of variation. This left one, of course, is pretty much the mirrored image of the right one, and then this middle section kind of adds a nice little break in terms of height and things. And it also gets two balconies because it gets to use the flat top from the other roofs. Now there's also going to be eventually some type of back garden through these and things like that. These two side ones are going to get balconies, and to make up for the fact that they don't have these upper areas. And then of course all of them get these awnings and pretty much the same type of front. I can't wait until there's a lot of them kind of in front of each other, because as you see, it's just going to be a very city-like feel as you're walking through kind of taller residential buildings, high density, something like that. Now they're going to take up these areas here, a little bit in this straightaway, that straightaway, that straightaway, and I think back there. But everywhere else is going to be kind of our standard home or manor house, respectfully, depending on the space that we have in that area. But this episode, we are going to try and work on this structure. The structure here is it's not so much a row house like those. This one's going to be kind of a conglomeration of just different apartment buildings and maybe a shop on a lower level. Just something a little bit different than normal. So we'll go ahead and just kind of hop right in. This wing here, this is going to be a shop of some kind that's kind of stuck to the bottom floor of this building here. So you can see it's just gonna basically be that, and then of course we need a countertop of some kind here. So let's go ahead and give that a shape. Come on, drag out. There we go. I think it's fine to have that kind of effect for our wood. And then we can just drag out the lower bit of our counter. Now you'll probably notice some lag, and that's, well, it's just sadly something we are having to put up with a little bit lately with things. I've been losing a little bit of frames, but that's okay. The build will be complete, you know, just as planned for sure. But we're just gonna have to put up with a little bit of a drop in quality. Now this section over here, this is actually going to be a staircase in lower section to something else. So why don't we just wall this off here? Yep. Just like this. Put walls where we need them, and of course this lower section actually has a little bit of an access point to the back alleyway, which is pretty cool. Grab our door, throw that in there. I have to say also, off camera, it's been pretty nice being able to actually use the Alt Delete selection feature that's been in the game. I have really missed that this whole time, and I'm really glad that I'm able to use it again. So like deleting that staircase, I don't have to do anything else. It's so nice. Now what I want to do, this is kind of more of a manor home, so we're gonna do something a little bit more fancy. Here we go. This is kind of the entry level, and then it's going to take up this whole upper floor. So we can pretty much just drag out our floor already. Just like that. That lower section, it could just be storage, apartments, who knows what can really go down here. Just anything, really. It does connect to the other side, which is pretty cool, and it will connect to this back alley. You guys can see this little dirt trails leading out from, which reminds me a staircase would go nicely. And then, of course, our stone kind of foundation that sticks out everywhere. That's something all these homes are going to have. They're going to have a nice stone foundation that's a little thicker. You can see it take up that much room. On these type of structures, the ones that are kind of open on these sides to allow for windows, we can also, I'm just going to show you what we can end up doing here. I had a couple spots in La Floria like this. We can put some awnings like so. And create almost like a dry storage area for, you know, firewood or anything that you might find necessary. It doesn't quite fit if I take it all the way over, just because the row kind of interferes with things at that point. But we can easily just do that. So you can put firewood in there, you can put some crates, miscellaneous storage, just outside stuff. I still don't know how I want to handle the wall. A nice low wall, I think, is going to be key here. Though, I don't like, since it's so low, how it connects to the tower. So I may have to do something like that as I try and find a new height for the structure. Something like that would be okay in my book. It's definitely a little bit different. You can see structural integrities. You know, I can't make these towers any taller by any means, and I don't think they should be any taller, because they're already pretty imposing. And I can't wait till all those structures are in, and all those homes, things like that, because this whole area is just going to look really dense and lived in, which is great. Enough rambling. I think it's time to just keep on building. So let's see. First things first, this needs its stone archway here. Yep. Something to just make it look a little bit more regal. That's alright. I've been putting these columns on their sides to put on top of the foundation that these are sitting on. Just to round that corner off a little bit, just so it's not quite as sharp. Then we need this there. And the second floor, it's still going to be stone. And I think need just some windows here. Not because they're seeing outside, but just because you want to see the actual kind of entryway. Okay, that's pretty nice. Let's look at these windows. Get them placed. Not quite on center. I think that's just because we have that double door there and it's throwing off my count a little bit. And yeah, that pretty much fixes it. foundation on those sides. I have to think of something to put on this side so it's just not so gray. Put a window there, skip a space, put a window there. Actually, can't put a window here at all because it's going to be butting up against this row house. Okay, that's about all the room we had to work with on that upper floor. Somewhere we're going to have to acquire a staircase. I think I can do some type of hallway here. Just this connecting kind of room. And this is the whole first floor living area, minus the entryway. The lower floors there, I mean, this could be just town storage. Who knows? Let's see, what else? Well, I need to flip these around to give us some roof lines. Attach some stuff to. Okay. That looks all right. And now I need to lay out the third floor. Like that, which works fairly well. Now this one is for sure partial wood and stone. I think for this, you can have a standard roof, and then it will kind of taper out using windmill blades. So if we do, I think thatch makes the most sense for a shop right here. If we do thatch, throw on some windmill blades, we might get something cool going on. And these need to be flipped around, of course. So it clips just a little bit. I need to raise this up just one block. So these will sit nice and flush on top of the door frame. Does that work, or do we have to scoot it back one? I think we have to scoot it back one as well. I need to put this back so I can get a measurement here. There we go. There, nice and flush. That's what I want. That nice corner. Alright. There we go. And people can kind of tell this is his own shop area, I think. And if I wanted to, always put that roof line's bugging people. That's not completely flush. You can always put a floor there to kind of flatten it out and make it work. Then even just one set of logs, just make it even better. And you're just doing this to block out light from the interior, so all the seams look nice and tight. And you can do the same out here. go. Just like that. That looks alright. Now I wish there was like garden decorations and things I could put here, a little bit there, along this wall. Things to make it look a little bit more civilized, but for now we're kind of stuck with just these little yards. And let's see, we're already like 15 minutes in. Tell you what, I'm going to finish this off camera. And I also need to finish doing some work on this set of row houses. And we'll go ahead and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is the new addition for the residential district. And I went ahead and finished up this row of flats as well. So we're going to go ahead, walk inside here so you guys can see what it's like. I actually need to grab probably a torch of some kind just so you guys can see in there. I went ahead and also made an additional row here, and it's basically an exact copy of this one right there. So not much I can show inside on that note, but we're going to go ahead and walk through here. So we have the lower kind of floor that kind of connects back into this alleyway. This could be used for storage, for just miscellaneous things. Who knows? It's almost like a basement at that point. We have our little market stall out the side, and then this is kind of the main entrance into the home. You have the kind of grand hallway, which, you know, now that I'm thinking on it, I kind of need supports here and here, just so those columns go all the way up and it doesn't look a little weird. So we'll go ahead and jump up onto the first real story, and this is a living area, of course. Same thing through here. This could be a dining room, who knows. Under the staircase there would be storage. Now we are on the third floor technically. Good views out all the windows. Nice very open space up here. Fairly large balcony with a wonderful view of the commerce district, the tavern, the manor homes, and the airship dock. Out this way we have yet another room. This could be a bedroom of some kind. It has a nice balcony overlooking the main street. And then we have a fourth floor here that has just three small rooms. This could be used as an attic space. This could be used as a mini assortment of things. It's pretty much just up to your guys' imagination at this point. As lag is constant battle. I really like looking at the front of those buildings right there. I think it looks very dense, and that's the feeling we're going for sure. So let's go ahead and work our way back down, and we'll show you the inside of at least the large row house here. I don't think I did earlier. First floor, open kind of living area. A little bit of a hallway here that just wraps around to the staircase to get up to the second floor, like so. And it has basically a mirrored version of the first floor. And then we can go on up to the third floor, which has a large room, miscellaneous room with two staircases out to each kind of deck on each side. This structure here, I don't think I talked about it either. Well, it really looks like a schoolhouse to me. It can be used for residential for sure, but it might just be used as like a small schoolhouse of some kind. This could be a classroom very easily back here with some closets for storage. And then over in this direction, we can even have this as a classroom. So this is pretty cool to have these loft areas. And then up the staircase, this could easily be a classroom for the students. And the storage, you have to crouch to kind of access it, but you can walk back here. And it does have a little balcony to hang out. It's kind of overlooking this alleyway that's going to run that way. And that's about it. So this is where we're at. We're going to be, doing this kind of stuff for a little while as we expand the city, make things more dense and detailed. If you guys enjoyed the episode, feel free to subscribe to my channel, for more creative goodness, check out my other videos and leave a like, leave a comment. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Have a good one.